Let's start with your reading, Capricorn. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Make sure to check out the readings for all of your signs in order to get a better understanding of your overall situation. Now, let's look into the energies around you and the upcoming events for you. Okay, the energy at the bottom of the deck is the Chariot, followed by the Hangman. And what we see here right away is an overall major change of direction. Right here, you see the Hangman, someone who sees things now from a different point of view. Someone here is reevaluating their approach, and they decide that it's time to do things differently. Overall, that happens because they're not happy with the results, they're not happy with the current situation and current outcome, and they feel as though they have enough power to change things around. Right here, in fact, you see that whether this is you or someone around you thinking about you, this person is going for what they want. They feel very strongly about it, and it's going to most likely be a successful outcome for them. The Chariot, in fact, is a very strong energy. And whenever you have that determination, as though what you're fighting for already belongs to you, that type of outcome and situation, it really gives you a lot of power. This person is able to control their emotions in order to get where they want to get. And they're also able to change direction, to change their mind, instead of being fixed on one specific approach and never change it regardless of the outcome. So this is already really good. Let's see how this message will apply to the rest of the reading. First of all, in the middle of the reading, the main moving energy, Page of Wands, actually Knight of Cups crossed by the Page of Wands. And we see here still that passion that the Chariot already has. We see more details here. We see someone who has a very strong energy. This Knight of Cups right here is definitely the driver on this Chariot energy card. Right here, in fact, we see someone romantic, someone charming, someone beautiful and smart, but at the same time, right now at least, up to this point, not very consistent. This is someone who perhaps has been flaky and who has had no determination whatsoever. It feels like with the Page of Wands, this person might go where the excitement is, and they might leave when the fireworks are over. And so this is perhaps how you are perceiving them right now, given their actions. If this is someone you are talking to or you are thinking about, you might have met them online, or overall you have a lot of communication online. They seem very excited to talk to you, and then after a couple of messages, perhaps they just disappear. And you are wondering, what is the deal with this person? Because let's face it, it's so different from your usual approach. You know, when you see something that you want, you go for it. You analyze it, but then once you start moving towards it, you're like a train. You're like that Chariot right there. And so you don't understand what this person feels. You're wondering if they're not interested enough, or if they're playing games. Another thing that you are familiar with. Why do I say that? It feels like your dating situation hasn't been easy. Right here, this is not perhaps the only person that you have realized they were playing games with you. And so right here, you're wondering, let's see now what this person's game is. But the real question is, Do you want to play games right now, Capricorn? Right here, we see that they might have canceled a date, maybe finding the lamest excuse. But, this is just a phase. Why? Because we see what the main energy here is. This is what it's going to transform everything into the reading, and we will have to see how the situation is going to transform. Plus, let me say, if you're in LA, if you live in LA, I completely understand your struggle here in the dating situation. Welcome to the club. It's like this for everyone. So I'm sorry that you have to go through that. Plus, I'm a Capricorn, so I completely understand your frustration. Now, let's see what we have in your focus position. Okay, 7 of Pentacles. So obviously here you are focusing now on what the smartest move for you is right now. You're trying to understand what to do in order to get to the best result for you. And you should absolutely do this because you don't want to waste time. But at the same time, there is something about this person that feels very special. We were talking about perhaps previous experiences, other people who behave in a similar way, but there is something about this specific person which feels different. It feels like it used to feel. Not sure what that means, but I think you know. There is something that feels like the past, whether this is someone from the past or whether this person has some physical traits that remind you of a past person who you loved very much. There is something right here that really resonates with the sentence, it feels like it used to feel. It's not easy for you to find people you truly like. That's why once you find one, you really try to see if there is a possibility to make it successful, because this doesn't happen often for you. Whether you feel like you could fall in love or you already fall in love, this is not a event that is frequent in your life. And so this person seems to have those couple qualities that for you are somewhat mesmerizing. And you want to see if by putting these seeds into the ground, you would get the result that you're expecting to have. Having that Knight of Cups right there, we know that this person and the way they talk to you is sweet, charming, romantic, and you appreciate that. But as a Capricorn, you want that energy to transform in real actions so that the situation, the connection can evolve and grow. Let's see what we have in your past position. Queen of Swords, okay. So it feels like here in the past, maybe you used to cut people off as soon as you've seen something wrong in them, in their actions. Right here, this is someone who just doesn't want to deal with other people BS, This is just wanting to see those red flags right away and wanting to not waste time in situations and with people who eventually are not going to be good for you. But right now, this card is perhaps coming up in this context with this person because although you still do not want to waste time and energy, now you're thinking, is this someone worth fighting for? Worth sticking around for? Is this someone who maybe I will regret not giving a chance? Because maybe you're tempted right now to block this person, to send them a message that says, you know what, if this is not going to go anywhere, it's fine. I'm looking for something else. I wish you the best. And so you feel that temptation, but that's not because that's what you want to do right now, Capricorn. That's just because you want the situation to progress, to go anywhere, honestly, at this point. Even if it's you know what, I'm not looking for a relationship, I'm just looking for dates or having fun, at least you know what you're dealing with. And you could calibrate your own actions and expectations on that. But this not knowing, it just keeps you in a limbo, and it's so frustrating, especially for earth signs. trying to always see how today it's going to transform tomorrow, what to do, what resources to use in order to get to your goals, which are always alive in your mind. And so this can be very frustrating overall. Now, let's see what your strength at this point is. All right. Well, the High Priestess. Don't make any move right now. This is your time to embody this High Priestess energy, which always talks about someone who makes no sudden moves. It's a passive energy. Let things come to you, and I'm sure that they will. Now, we will see what these cards are about, but hey, the Chariot right there, a change of approach, that's exactly what you're hoping for in the other person. And so right here, seeing this High Priestess honestly is very important. Take this time to truly value yourself, how beautiful and accomplished and amazing you are. Don't let anyone define your self-worth, which you don't do, I'm sure. But at the same time, in the weakest moments, sometimes we fall into that trap. Right now, don't text the person, don't reach out to them, go silent. From what this card is suggesting at least. Maybe you cancel a date right now. Show them that you're busy as well. Say, you know what, sorry, I have a book to catch up on. I cannot see you tonight, I'm sorry. Go for it. Create that boundary, because it's important to show the person that these games are awful, and if you feel something, you should just go for it. So this is pretty much giving them a taste of their own medicine. Supporting the reading, of course, Knight of Wands. There is an unexpected turn of events which will make you smile big. We see it right here. This is the time to take risks. So if you were wondering up there, what should I do? Should I stick around for once? This card is saying yes. This is definitely very different from your usual approach. And with this energy, you are invited to feel the passion and let it take you places. I know that it's hard for a Capricorn, but at times you have to go with the flow. At times, you have to surrender to the energies around you and just let it take you somewhere. So let's see what's coming up for you. Let's see what the upcoming energy in the near future is for you. Six of Cups. And by the way, we have this Ace of Swords here. So these two cards are very important. This person is about to realize how special you are. We see it right here. They were not planning to miss you. They were not expecting to miss you, but here they are absolutely having that feeling. They think of you as someone very special. And so right now, maybe they have had a date after you and it just didn't feel the same. It's not the same thing. You know, this is someone who's starting to become very deep about this situation as well. In fact, with the Nine of Cups, we often see people who think of the situation in a very deep way, existential way. Here, this person might be thinking, you know, some people arrive in your life and make such a beautiful impact, and you can barely remember what life was like before they entered it. This is definitely someone who's realizing things that now are giving them the power to act like that Chariot and to overall act more similarly to how you usually act when you see something that you want, when you see something that for you is worth investing into. So how will, oh my God, look at this Knight of Swords right here. Someone rushing towards you. It's clear that this person is changing their approach. And how will this energy evolve at this point? What are they going to do about it? Are they going to reach out? Are they going to just show up? What is this going to be like in the near future? What should you expect? And is this that turning point that you were waiting for? Or is it just going to be another moment where the two of you will connect and be romantic and then back to nothing? Let's see how this is going to evolve in the near and distant future, Capricorn. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, Capricorn, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Make sure to check out the spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Capricorn. I forgot to turn the deck, but at the bottom of the deck, the bridging card that takes us from the current energies to the energies in the future is the Devil. It's you. It's something that it's just too good to give up on, you know? Regardless of how this is going to impact your future, it feels like right now the two of you have this magnetic type of connection, and it doesn't make sense. When I say it doesn't make sense, it means that the two of you might know very little about each other, yet there is this urge, this need to be with a person, to be together, to truly create something special together, even if you don't know that person very well. It's just that's a language in itself as well that we shouldn't take for granted, that we shouldn't underestimate. We think that words are the only way that we have in order to understand what to do, to understand what the situation is about. But intuition is one another language that you should listen to, as long as you can distinguish intuition from fear. But right here, we see that the two of you have a lot of hope about this situation. So let's start from this person, because you're not the problem here. You go for what you want. And right here, you're actually thinking to maybe follow yourself a different approach. Instead of to just cut them off, block them, close that communication channel. Right here, you're thinking, maybe I'll give it one more week, you know? And this person is soon going to show up. So let's clarify this Knight of Swords and Ace of Swords, unexpected person coming in, taking action. Let's see what that's going to be. Okay. All right. So the Six of Pentacles, we've seen it also earlier. This person has definitely something to share with you. And we see that it's actually going to be very, very emotional. This is something that you don't know, but something that will make you understand why this person maybe has took so long. And this is why. First of all, one thing that you see immediately